Can you kiss? Can you hold hands? Can you hug? Can you even shake the guy or girl's hand when you meet them? I mean, what about like sharing food? You meet up with your new date and you want to share some appetizers, maybe share a beer or a glass of wine. Can you do that even? I mean, we're talking about dating in the day and age of coronavirus, and this is a topic that's really important to me. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, and I'm not just a doctor. I'm actually a girl that's on the dating scene. So y'all, I feel you. And I'm doing this video. I've been doing daily videos on coronavirus to update you guys with news you can use about the virus and what's going on in the world. But I'm doing this video because it affects me too in a major way. I am online, and I have literally wondered lately, wait a minute, if I meet the guy, can I hug him? Can I shake his hand? Can I high five him? Or do I need to be, no, I need you to bump my elbows. Don't touch me, just bump me. So do you do Skype calls instead of actually meeting in person? Do you actually pick up the phone and talk on the phone? Which I don't do that a lot anymore, but you get my point, rather than meeting in person. And what you do on your date may very well be affected by coronavirus. I mean, look, depending on where you live, what region of the world or the country you're in, you may not be able to go to sporting events or to concerts or things like that. You may be restricted in the types of activities you can actually do because of coronavirus. It really makes you think how dating might be changing in this day and age of coronavirus. And, not to make jokes aside, this is actually a really important and serious topic, right? Because we're really talking about how we interact with one another in the midst of a virus that seems to be spreading so rapidly. Now, one thing I will say about this along those lines is that this is an evolving topic. So what we say today about coronavirus may not be the case tomorrow. And remember, dating is going to be different no matter where you are in the world. In places where coronavirus right now is pretty endemic and is all over the place, I'm sure that they are probably behaving a little bit differently than in other places where there really isn't much coronavirus. So you have to keep that in mind. So as we make decisions about, do we go on dates and how do we go on dates? Do we give the guy or girl like a screening questionnaire before we decide to go out with them and say, hey, can you just fill this out and email it back to me so I can see your answers? Have you traveled recently? Do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Are you short of breath? Before we do that, the thing about it is we have to think about the things we do know. Number one, where are you? The geographical location that you're in or planning to travel to meet your date. The second thing you have to think about is you. Are you somebody at higher risk? Are you someone who's older than 60, 70, 80, etc.? And remember, our older folks are dating too, okay? Or do you have underlying chronic medical problems or a weakened immune system, no matter what age you are? These are things that very well may go into how you date in this day and age of coronavirus. Remember, there are things that you definitely can do if you choose to go on that date. Things we keep talking about. Avoid touching your face on the date. I know you may want to flirt and do a little bit of this and whatever, ladies or gentlemen, but don't touch your face, because that's how often germs get in, is through our mouth, our nose, and our eyes. The other thing is wash your hands frequently, okay? Especially if you do decide to hold hands or have contact. Wash your hands with soap and water, 20 seconds at least, very important. And in this day and age of coronavirus, your date should not be offended if you whip out a bottle of hand sanitizer, okay? And if your date is offended, you should look at them like, you should be a little skeptical. You want to make sure that your hand sanitizer has at least 60% alcohol in it. That is super important to kill the germs. I'm hoping that you find love. I truly, truly am. But no matter what you do, make sure that you use your good common sense, your judgment, and what we're finding out every day about this new virus. Make sure you stay safe.